Hey member friends, it is time for our weekly video together. I am sitting outside of school waiting for Graham to get out of driver's ed. I can't believe it. Driver's ed, he has an A+ in the class, so there is hope that I will have another park in this certain spot where the sun is not good for this video. So I've propped things up the best I can to have this crazy glare not on my face, so hopefully this will work, and it should be a pretty short video today. I have had on my list for us to talk about allergy shots. Kind of had some experience in my family lately that I jotted down and thought this would be a good topic to talk about with the gang. So if you don't know the whole story with Miles, our son with the milk allergy, we figured out when he was about 11 that his environmental allergies were just off the charts. We knew since like kindergarten that they were pretty bad, but when we tested them when he was about 10 or 11, we just saw that they were showing as bad as his milk allergy, and that was when our allergist suggested that we do the environmental allergy shot so that hopefully milk OIT would work for us if we could get the environmentals under control. And lo and behold, that is how everything ended up working with our OIT, is that he did his allergy shots first. So it was pretty uneventful, him doing his allergy shots. You know, he would have a sore arm and they would have us keep an eye for like a welt bigger than like a quarter, and that happened maybe a couple times. I think they said mostly it was user error. Like if it was a different nurse who did it, it just didn't do it the way that worked best for him. He would have like a little response there on the skin, and sometimes he would be, you know, a little achy and not really want to do much the rest of the day, which is important anyways. We weren't supposed to do like a bunch of exercise, so it worked out fine. There wasn't a whole lot to report on besides just, you know, a little achy arm every once in a while, and he got all the way up to the maintenance dose and has been doing that. Took a couple years off during COVID and got back to it in recent time with his milk OIT, and got back up to that maintenance, no problem. The reason I want to share this story though is my husband, who has had allergies, really bad eczema all of his life, finally gave in to doing allergy shots for himself. He had a few symptoms that he wasn't happy with. Went in, they suggested allergy shots for him. He figured, well, Miles does it, I'll join the club and I'll do it too. So while Miles is on his maintenance and now doing his milk OIT, my husband decided to jump in, Jeff, and do the allergy shots. I haven't done them, Graham hasn't done them, but Jeff was getting on them, and you guys, it was a completely different experience. So, you know, I'm mostly in these videos and just sharing with you is just about our experience and letting you just have a peek inside how it's working for us, especially since so many of you are interested in the milk desensitizing, which we did about when we started membership. So we have just kind of brought you along. I don't always have a full picture to share with you besides letting you know how things are going for us, and then asking you guys to chime in and share your experiences so we can just learn from each other's experiences. And in this case with the allergy shots, I just took note in recent times, like, oh my gosh, this is a completely different story than what we would share about how Miles's went. So, but in a nutshell, my hubby will get his allergy shots and like for 24 to 48 hours just feel lousy. In fact, he got his this morning, and I need to keep that in the back of my head, because if he starts feeling like really yucky, the first thing I'm gonna have to remind him is, well, you got your allergy shots, it might be that. So it can just really, I mean, where Miles just kind of had a little achy arm, Jeff's will be like just whole body achy, not comfortable, you know, from when he gets his shots. And then as he started progressing through higher and higher, it got to the point where, you know, he let them know, you're always supposed to let them know when you go in, like how you felt the last time you got them. And so he would share just, you know, wow, I was not feeling good for, you know, a whole day. And so he has had to do things like back down on his shots. And then he just keeps reporting his symptoms. And I mean, it's not, and then he also will get swelling in his arm that is much bigger than what Miles ever had. So we would be concerned and be told to report in if Miles's were more than like a quarter. Jeff's swelling would literally get like tennis ball size. And so he would have to tell them that, and he would actually call the next day and just be like, I'm really achy, it's really big swelling in my arm. And so we have had to just communicate with the doctor, report those symptoms. I think his environmental allergies actually have been doing better. Like it takes kind of a long-term thing to figure all that out, but it seems like that's helping. But it's just been a tougher road doing the shots for him. So feeling whole body achy, bigger swelling, and some of their solutions have been to back down on the dose of his. And then he even said the other day that they're thinking that he may not make it all the way to maintenance dose. You just kind of go up as much as you can tolerate. And even though Miles just like sailed right up to the maintenance and does that no problem, so I took for granted that it was easy, Jeff may not make it to the regular maintenance level, and it's fine. But I just wanted to share that with you guys and see if you do allergy shots, what your experience has been like. Now, what we struggle with more with Miles is his milk OIT. So we got up to his maintenance dose. It proved to be too much with his sports and his busy school schedule. I feel like it was easier when we homeschooled, and when he went to high school, we just did not have as much control on his rest and his schedule, and we had to decrease his maintenance dose significantly, and it's been better, but it's never perfect. So we're always balancing Miles's milk dose and then his milk OIT while also balancing Jeff's environmental allergy shots. So while this was fresh in my head, and this is kind of the two struggles that we have, I know when we talk about, I know somebody in the group today just asked about slit versus OIT. I know it's on your guys' minds a lot about these treatments. It's amazing that we have these treatments available and these options, but of course it's all to the individual. We really want to talk to our doctor, see if it's a good fit, get this information, gather it, which I wish I could have done when my kiddo was little. But when we were early in this, it was like, there's no options. You're going to have to live with this the rest of your life. Super duper avoid, have your EpiPens ready. And there really was no hope on the horizon when Miles was younger. So even if this is not, if treatment is not something that you are able to do yet, it's just so good that you can kind of gather information from people who are going through it, tuck it away in your files, and know that maybe someday this will be a good fit for you. And if you have no interest, that's great too. I know I love gathering info, and I assume that you are here because you like gathering info too. So I just had this fresh in my mind that, wow, the allergy shot experience has been two totally different experiences for my kiddo and my husband. Both are still doing them. I don't know what Jeff's schedule is, but Miles's is once a month. He's up to the maintenance, and it's just no big deal. It's that milk dosing every night that we have to balance with sports and the stress of studying for a test and running around and being busy and youth group and just being gone a lot of nights. It's a lot. So different story when it comes to milk OIT. But as far as the shots go, Miles is like smooth sailing. Thank goodness. That would be a lot if that was hard too. And then for Jeff, the allergy shots are just something that we really have to keep an eye on, keep communication with the doctor, and make sure that it's still beneficial to him to do those, and make sure he's comfortable and not hurting too much. So if you guys get allergy shots, I really wanted this video to emphasis to be on allergy shot experiences. We have done a video with the allergist where you can get more of like the expert thoughts on it, but this is more just anecdotal experiences. I had two completely different stories with the two boys and with my hubby and my son, and I thought I'm gonna get on and compare and contrast these experiences so that you can gather a well-rounded idea on what allergy shots can be like. And if you are an adult and you have always struggled with environmental allergies, my husband just jumped in his 40s, so yeah, you might even want to check into it for yourself. And I mean, it has on paper proven that it has helped Miles be able to tackle milk desensitization. So on paper, it looks like it's been a huge benefit, and thank goodness it's been easy for him. But I feel like I'm rambling. If you have allergy shot experiences to share, we would love to hear them in the comments. If you have any questions, you're thinking about it, or this first time you've ever heard about environmental allergy shots, feel free to post your questions and we will try to help. Of course, the shots are for environmental allergies. They do not have food shots as far as I know right now. We've talked to Dr. Siri about that in the past in one of our allergist videos. So those, the shots are for environmental, like tree, grass, cockroach, mold, those kind of things. The sublingual slit can actually be environmentals or food, I believe. And then the OIT is, you know, the food allergies. So it's very cool. We have lots of these treatments going on and working for people. Sometimes it's harder for others than it is for other people, but it always takes a lot of diligence and dedication and communication. It is doing these treatments is not just a pop a pill and you feel great. It feels like with all these treatments with food allergies, it really is some work, you know, but some people deem that it's worth that, and so far we have as well. It's been worth it, but it is work. So we hope you guys are having a great day. Again, we are talking allergy shots. Share your experiences, questions, thoughts. We would love to hear, and I hope you guys are inspired, encouraged, and have a great day. Bye.